Hello, everyone. Hey, Jazz and City Emerald. How you doing, Steve? And Juanita's with us. Welcome, welcome. Here on a rainy day here in Canada, in St. Thomas, Ontario, where my family lives. So I was gonna go for a walk, but it started raining pretty heavily, so I figured let's just hang out on the porch and say hello to all my friends. Hello, Dutchman. Good morning, sir. And Harjot's with us. And also Oleg from Ukraine. Good day, Oleg. How you doing, my friend? Hope everything's going well in Ukraine. Got my Timmies? Oh. And as you can see, it's a rainy day here. And Dirtweed is with us. Welcome, Scotty. How you been? I don't know how well you can see the rain, but you can see the streets are very wet. Hey, Medano, what's up, my man? 115 degrees in Phoenix, says the Dutchman. That is hot. That is hot. It's not that hot here. It's just a nice, cool, rainy day today. It's been very humid, though, the last few days. So, ideally, this rain will cool everything off. And yeah, nice view from the porch of our little quiet street here, where there is a high school down the road. There's tennis courts across the street and a large park called Pinafore Park. And that's where I used to hang out a lot when I was a kid. But it's a quiet day here on the street. That's not a porch, it's a balcony. Well, same thing there, Vasily. What's up, Vasily? It's only 10% humidity, but still hot. Well, if it's 117, I don't think it matters how humid it is. It's still too hot to do anything. Yeah, I've just been hanging out with my family here in Canada. Flew over from Vancouver. And I'm basically just hanging out with helping my dad move out of his apartment. Hello, Vivian. Welcome, Vivian. Nice to see you. Yeah, you could fry an egg in that weather in Phoenix there, eh, Dirtweed? For sure. I wouldn't want to experience that kind of temperature. I can't handle that kind of heat. Hey, Kevin Hawthorne. Good afternoon, sir. Here in St. Thomas, Ontario, it gets pretty hot, but not 117. But it'll get into the 90s, and the humidity adds a lot more uncomfortableness to that temperature. So, you know, everyone's got their air condition going here. But now that we're having a nice rainy afternoon, it should be cooling down for the rest of the day. To hang out in the rain. Don't want to walk around in it and get wet, though. Otherwise, I would show you guys around my hometown where I grew up here. You watch a little of AK from China Travel at our 3 a.m. time zone. Yeah, I saw AK was doing a live stream from where was it again? His family's hometown, Taishan. He's explored a lot of mainland China this last few weeks. He went to Beijing, Shanghai, Wuhan, Great Wall, Hong Kong, Taishan. Who knows where else he's going to go. He's quite the explorer. And I think he really likes it over in China. He said it's very safe and very historic, very beautiful over there. So definitely a place I would like to visit one day. I don't know when, if ever, but hopefully, maybe one day I will. And here in St. Thomas, we're just doing some relaxing, getting ready for, July. I'll probably be heading back to Vancouver at the end of this month. But I just wanted to come and see my family and help them out with some stuff. Don't know if I'll be making it to Toronto. I don't think so. I might be able to come for a day or so, but my dad's car is a little bit on the fritz. The battery died on it, and we tried charging. It's not really holding a charge, so I got to go get that fixed. And so we'll see what happens after that. And across the street we have a baseball diamond. Not sure if you can see it from here, but they had a team called the St. Thomas Elgins that used to play there. I don't know if they still exist or not. How was the plane ride for $77? It was good. It was good. Now, there's a corollary to that, though. The $77, sorry about that, I'm not sure what's going on with my gimbal, is only like if you have a personal item. So if you have a carry-on, they charge you for that nowadays. So you can't even bring a carry-on. So unfortunately, I had to pay for my carry-on because they measured it. And like I only brought a carry-on. It's not one of those wheeled ones. It's like a very large laptop bag, and where I can fit all my clothes and stuff in it. And they're like, "Oh, put it in there, measure it, now what the personal item thing is." So they charge just the care. Fortunately, airlines, they never really checked the size of my personal item, so I thought maybe I could get away with it on Flair, but no, they didn't let me get away with it. So keep that in mind if you fly on Flair, that you will not be able to bring something bigger than whatever the personal item, which is basically a purse or a very small backpack. Eric Mendoza's in the house. What's up, bud? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope things going well in Miami. Eric's also a mod for Action Kid. Have you been watching Action Kid's adventures in China? And Carol's with us. Hello, Carol. Doing well. Life's been crazy these days, eh? Yeah, I hear ya. Same here. I've relocated to Vancouver, and now I'm trying to, get stuff going there. It's been pretty crazy. I haven't really had too much time to do very many live streams. I've done a few, but I'd like to do more. Yeah, you've been watching Action Kid. That's good. It should be okay. I'm using my Freedom Mobile, which is from Canada, and it seems okay. Not super fast, but good enough, I think. Hey, Randy, what's up, my man? And Dave in Bangor, Maine is with us. Oh, was it buffering a little bit? Yeah, it could be. It's okay signal, but I feel like probably Rogers would be better. But I think Freedom actually piggybacks on the Rogers thing, but probably need to get a new phone at some point too. This has been kind of overheating lately when I've been using it. Well, not necessarily overheating, but it's been just getting really hot in my hand. Oh yes, Eric, you went to Niagara Falls. That's right. How was that? So you went to the Canadian side, right? It's freezing cold there. In Niagara Falls, I don't think it's cold now, but maybe when you went, it was cold. It's quite the nature, one of the wonders of the world, one of the natural wonders of the world, one might say. Hope everyone has been enjoying their June. It's usually a very nice month for weather here in Southern. Storms and the humidity. You can really feel the humidity in Ontario though, because in Vancouver and San Francisco they don't have that kind of humidity. But as soon as I came off the plane in London, Ontario, about half an hour from here, I could feel the humidity on my skin. As soon as I walked off the plane, I'm like, yeah, it's way more humid here than it is out west. And so that can be a little bit uncomfortable, especially if you don't have air conditioning. But I think most people do. I haven't done a home stream in a while, so this counts as a home stream, but doesn't not from one of my San Francisco mansions, unfortunately. This is from a much more humble place. Yeah. Well, he's moved into a nice retirement home. He enjoys the people there. He really likes the food that they cook for him every day. He gets like, all you can eat lasagna, all you can eat fish and chips, all kinds of good stuff over there. And he likes being around people, and he's got a lot of different medications and stuff he's got to take, so the nurses and all that help him out with that, and so it's a good situation. That's what happens when people get old. They can't really take care of themselves that easily. It's going to happen to all of us, unfortunately. But that's the way life goes. I feel like it's been a little quiet on the live streaming front lately. I don't know. I haven't seen Henry or some of those other guys doing live streams much in Toronto, maybe because of the heat. Yeah, thanks, Medano. He's doing well. He's, he's getting up there in age, but these things happen. And it's good that he's in a nice situation there where he likes the people. He's been living in St. Thomas for a long time, so he knows most of the people in this city. There's only about 40,000 people that live here altogether, but when I was growing up there was a lot less. There was like 27. Have I spoke to Alicia Lewis? No. Next week is going to be a hot one, is it? Yeah, I imagine. We're getting close to July now. Lake Erie is very close. Yes, Lake Erie is very nearby. You go 15 minutes down the highway here, the little Sunset Drive, Highway 3. And it gets to Port Stanley, and that's where Lake Erie is. They've got beaches over in Port Stanley, pretty popular beach town, especially in the summer. It gets really packed. There's only a couple thousand people that live in Port Stanley, but it gets really, really packed during the summer with visitors. And the beach is nice. Like when you're on Lake Erie, like you don't really know it's a lake. It's so big, it looks like an ocean, basically, you know what I mean? They don't have the same amount of waves. But people have been known to surf in Lake Erie before. It's the beach is nice, like the sand and everything. It's nice. They've got a very popular, eatery there. And so you can get, like, fries and all that stuff and hamburgers and everything. And then they've got a couple bars, too, that are on the beach. And they've got beach volleyball and all that stuff, so it's a pretty good spot. And they've got a pier that you can walk down, and so Port Stanley is where a lot of people hang out to if they want to dip their toes into Lake Erie. I've been there many, many, many times. Me and my friends used to actually hitchhike from here. We used to it was safe to hitchhike when we were kids. We'd just stick our thumb out and someone would pick us up and take us to Port Stanley in 15 minutes. Any plans to live stream that beach? I might go over there if it's nicer weather. Once, like if it's not raining, I might go over to Port Stanley and do a live stream from there. That'll be fun. I have done that before. I think last year when I came to St. Thomas, I did go to Port Stanley and show you guys what it looks like, but I can go again. And you were asking about Alicia, Randy. Is everything good on that front? And Aloha Danica is with us. Hello, aloha to you, Danica. How's everything in Hawaii? Yeah, please remember to hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done already, and the notifications. And we've got Dirk G in the house. What's up, Dirk? How you doing, my man? How's everything in Germany going? Is it? Where am I now? I am in a small town where I grew up. It's called St. Thomas, Ontario. And, oh, is there buffering? That's strange. Here, let me switch SIM cards. See if that makes any difference. And we have Kurt Affair with us. Hey, Robbie and Chatty Chat. How you doing, Kurt? Nice to see you, my man. Sandy says, I've been to St. Thomas many times since you live in Windsor, Ontario. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I've been to Windsor many, many times. I've got friends that live there. Windsor has the casino over there. So there's a lot to do in Windsor, and it's on the border as well. So whenever we went to Detroit, we would have to go through Windsor. We're back? Okay, good. I'm not sure why it's buffering today. It could be the bad weather or something. There's no rhyme or reason sometimes for these things. I'll leave it on my Freedom Mobile thing. It should be fine. I think it is a stronger signal than my Verizon one. Like, it's not really Verizon when you're in Canada anyways. It does, like, it switches to Rogers or something like that. Or whatever is close, like whatever is this. I think it's the strongest signal. I'm not exactly sure, but it should be fine now. I think the upload speed is. And Randy Ruck, $50 super chat. Well, this should help with gas anyway, wherever you go. Well, thank you so much, Randy. I appreciate you, my friend. Always so generous and always spoiling me, Randy. I thank you so much, Randy, for a $50 super chat. And I guess you're kind of forcing me to come to Toronto now, right? Which I do want to do, so I can, meet everyone and see everyone. So now that you've given me gas money, I might have to make a trip to Toronto, right? Thank you so much, Randy. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all the support you've given me, ever since you've been supporting my channel, ever since you've been watching my channel. And I noticed you're also very generous with a lot of other live streamers. You gave Ken Continuum a bunch of super chats the other day, so thank you, Randy. I appreciate it. I'm not in Vancouver today. I'm in Ontario, but Vancouver's going well. But today I'm in St. Thomas, Ontario, 2 hours away from Toronto, and it's the city where I grew up in. and that's where my family lives. So I came to help out, see my family, visit them, help out my dad, clean out his apartment and stuff because he's moving, and basically, just take care of some stuff while I was here. And then I'm thinking about going to Toronto. I'm thinking about it more and more now. So if it's good weather, I could take a quick drive down there. And thing is, my cousin where I usually stay at is not actually in Toronto right now. He's on vacation with his family outside of the country. So I'm not sure if I would stay overnight there or maybe just do it like a day trip. Which would be fine because then I could just go do one live stream and meet up with some of the other streamers. So we'll see. I have time. I'm not going back to Vancouver until the end of this month, so if I can get everything done here in St. Thomas, I might have a day where I can head up to Toronto. I wouldn't want to come if it was raining, but if it was nice out, yeah. And thanks again, Randy. Kurt says, St. Thomas, lock up your ladies. Rob is back in town. Yeah, I'm back in town. The boys are back in town, right? I don't know how many folks I even know anymore here in this town. Well, I know a lot, but they're all kind of busy with their lives, you know what I mean? But I have hung out with some of my friends already. There's another city close by called London, Ontario, which I also have friends there, and that's where I went to university, and I lived there for a while. Not sure if the gang is going to have any big meetups this weekend. Usually they have some sort of get together, Henry and the boys, at some restaurant or something. They'll do like a collab, but haven't really heard anything about this weekend. Yeah, they all want to see me. Yeah, for sure. And I want to see them. All those streamers are my friends, and so it'd be good to catch up with some of them at least. I still haven't met T-Shods in real life, so maybe I will. If I do go, I'll make sure I can, meet up with her. It would be great to get a short tour of St. Thomas one day. Yeah, I can walk around St. Thomas when it's nice weather. If it's not rainy or if it's not extremely hot and humid. I can show you guys where I grew up here. It's a very sleepy town. We've got a Walmart and a lot of different grocery stores, a lot of fast food places. We've got a little mall, but nothing too exciting. Yes, Carol. Yes, there's a lot of craziness going on in the world. But I was sad to leave San Francisco. You never know what might happen in the future. We'll see. But you got to do what you got to do. It's time for me to do probably something else with my career at this point. It's kind of plateaued a little bit. If you're in the sciences and you only have like a master's degree, I know it sounds like a lot, but it's not really enough to really get a good position in like the world of science. A lot of these companies require PhD, pretty much all of them, to have sort of a managerial or a supervisor job or a senior scientist job or a lead investigator job, or actually working on the projects, and you're like trying to move forward projects, and you're kind of in charge of your own little project. If you only have a bachelor or a master's degree, you're kind of just doing lab work for other people, which is fun, which is fine. I enjoyed it, but I might have to go back and do my PhD if I really want to have a good career in the sciences. I know it'll be a long haul, and I'm already pretty old, but one good thing about not being married and having kids is you can go start a new career and not have too many worries about, what's going to happen in the future. You don't have too many responsibilities and mouths to feed and whatnot. And we have Helen with us saying, what province are you in? I'm in Ontario, southern Ontario, southwestern Ontario, they call it. Very close to Lake Erie here in the city called St. Thomas. And we have the Daily Meanderer. Hello to the Daily Meanderer. There are lots of proteins in the world. I hope they're waiting for you. Yeah, and I can purify proteins all day. That's my expertise. But the problem is, like, I think people are looking more for entry level folks nowadays. I don't know. You do. It's a long haul. It's something you really have to love. It's something you really have to be really dedicated to complete a PhD. In any field. But that's what makes you an expert, and that's what gives you sort of the credentials to run your own lab and to sort of be like a scientist, a real scientist, rather than just a lab worker. You're never too old to return to school. Learning is lifelong. I can't wait to retire to return to school. Oh yeah? You want to retire and go back to school, Sandy? That's cool. And what would you like to take? I like studying. I've always liked studying. I've always enjoyed school. It's kind of something I won't, if I were doing my PhD, it wouldn't be the end of the world. It would be a long haul, but I don't mind it. You do get paid while you're doing your PhD. Not a lot, but you do get paid enough to cover your expenses. So that wouldn't be really an issue. And then once you're done, you'd be able to get a job in industry, getting paid a lot, like really big bucks. Carol, you went back to school at 46. Wow. And what did you study at the age of 46? Your uncle was 42 when he returned to school to get his PhD in engineering. Well, there you go. Sounds like all these folks are right around my age, so maybe I should go back and do my PhD. I'm definitely considering it, because the job market for people with my experience isn't that great, and I feel like maybe now is a good time to go back to school. I worked for a long time, and I kind of wouldn't mind doing something a little more with my career. Sometimes when a door closes, you have to see it as an opportunity to open another door. Yes, I think Robert would be good at managing a nightclub with no PhD needed. That would be fun, Dutchman, to open my own nightclub. I think I mentioned that on my last stream, that to run my own nightclub. That would be fun. Problem is, doing that is not so easy, because you need to have a lot of money to open up a nightclub. I could get like an investor or something, or partner, to help me with that. And it's definitely something I'm considering. There are nightclubs that are for us. The problem is, like, nightclubs in Vancouver, San Francisco, and in other cities used to be. I feel like drinking, partying culture has gone down, surprisingly, from when I was younger. I feel like we drank a lot more when I was in the 90s than people do today, and we partied a lot more. We were out a lot more, and we were like, the bars were packed, when I was in college. Now the bars are not as much as they used to be, I feel. As busy as they used to be. But we'll see how it goes. That would be a cool thing to do, but I don't know how feasible it is. The Daily Meander says his son has a master's in anthropology, and it's very hard to get a same job. Yeah, a master's degree is kind of somewhere in no man's land a little bit. It's you're kind of in limbo. It's because you're not like an expert, but you're not like a dummy. You know what I mean? So you're kind of in the middle there. And so you can get jobs with a master's degree. No, that's not a problem. But to be at the top of the field, you need a PhD. And Flick Hunter's with us. Hello, sir. How you doing? Good to see you, Flick. And Sandy says she'd like to return to school to study health and fitness or carpentry and home renovation. Ah, very cool. Yeah, I watch a lot of HGTV shows where they do home renovation. Home renovation's big now. Home renovation's fun. It's everyone seems to be wanting to do like renovations on their home, and ever since you've been seeing all those shows like Fixer Upper and all that on HGTV, I feel like home renovation has even gotten bigger. Flick Hunter says that living near U of T, it's pretty quiet around here. Are you saying the bars and stuff have not as busy as they used to be? I think so. Because just recently a nightclub in Vancouver closed down. There's 2 for sale. And I feel like when I used to go to the clubs, they were packed. Nowadays, if I go, they're only half packed. Probably one reason is they are so expensive to get in and so expensive to like for the drinks. The drinks are like $17 for a cocktail. You know what I mean? Like, why would I spend $17 for one cocktail? Flick Hunter says he might go out to the Portland, Oregon area for the World Cup. Are they having the World Cup in Oregon? Dutchman loves to watch This Old House. And that was the first classic show where they did This Old House. I don't know if it has the same Bob Vila guy though. Is Bob Vila still alive? Randy says that he's an engineer, but it took you a while to become one. So are you a civil engineer, Randy? Bottle service, crazy expensive. I think the youths are more into weed these days. Yeah, they are. Weed is definitely more popular than, but we used to drink and smoke weed when I was a kid. But either way, I think drinking has gone down. Bottle service, yeah, you can do bottle service. They'll charge you. They charge like $1,200 at some nightclubs for bottle service. All right, like they expect you to have like 10 people there, and you all pay like $120, and then they'll come and like they'll pour the drinks for you. But it's like $1,200 for like a bottle of vodka. Like, why would I spend $1,200 on a bottle of vodka? Seattle, and you want to tour the whole Pacific Northwest. The Pacific Northwest is beautiful. The Pacific Northwest is a very unique area of North America with its greenery and its beautiful lakes and landscape. So much natural wonder over there with mountains and everything. The Cascades, the coastal mountains in Vancouver. Vancouver is obviously part of the Pacific Northwest as well, so that's a really nice area to be touring around. And if you do go to the World Cup in Seattle, that would be quite the experience. I think Seattle is probably a big soccer town. Oleg says, there's always the cabbage to grow, like one Roman senator once did. Oh, yes, that's right. And Randy says he was in the aerospace industry. Well, that's interesting. You were an aerospace engineer? Carol says she worked part-time as a house painter. It's hard work, yes. But sometimes hard work is very rewarding. Sandy can't wait to retire. Healthcare must be tough dealing with all those patients and stuff. And we have Plush Mickey. Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome. Aloha to you. Hopefully things are going well in Hawaii. Just Smitty's with us, and he says St. Thomas seems quite peaceful. St. Thomas is very peaceful. St. Thomas is a very small, sleepy little town. easy to get around, not much traffic, not very many, people. A lot of stores, a lot of commercial activity downtown. Big box stores mostly, not like boutiques and stuff like that. But they have smaller stores too. One thing is we have tons of fast food places and other restaurants. A lot of different food options in St. Thomas. A lot of pizza places, a lot of shawarma joints are big here now. We've got Shelby's and Shabazz. There's a lot of immigrants that have come and opened up their own restaurants, and so you get good selection of foodstuffs here. Oleg sounds like the town of my dream. Yeah, Oleg would like a nice, quiet, peaceful place. He lives in Ukraine, where unfortunately you guys haven't had much peace and quiet over the last 10 or 11 years there. It's been kind of crazy over in Ukraine, unfortunately for Oleg and our other friends from Ukraine. We're all, hoping and praying that it all settles down and gets back to normal for you there, Oleg. What other cities are holding World Cup games? Dirtweed says, no grade 13 anymore. First year students are still underage. I went to grade 13. That's how old I am. I went to grade 13, Dirtweed, when I was in high school. We called it OAC. You had to go to grade 13 if you wanted to go to university. If you wanted to go to like community college, you can just do grade 12. Your St. Thomas knowledge starts with the elephant and ends with Jumbo Joe. Jumbo Joe is the nickname of Joe Thornton, and it kind of goes with the Jumbo the elephant. It's a nice play on words, so they call him Jumbo Joe. Joe Thornton, one of the greatest hockey players, really of all time. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He has, I don't know how many assists. I think over 1,000 assists or something like that. He's one of the greatest passers that the league has ever known. He was drafted number 1 overall by Boston, had a great career in Boston, and then made his way to San Jose Sharks and had an amazing career in San Jose Sharks, him and Patrick Marleau. And Randy Rock, another $50 super chat. Don't worry about the money, Robert. Well, thank you so much, Randy. I appreciate you. I can only, I'm very grateful for your generosity, and don't worry about the money. Well, when you don't have a job, thank you so much from this channel. I don't do it for the money, but if you guys are going to be giving me super chats and donating, I'm very, very happy to accept them, and just do more and more live streams as well, and keep me going. And all your encouragement and your support has been very, very welcome, and I appreciate you so much, Randy. Thank you so much for your support and for supporting all the other live streamers in our community. We all think you're great, Randy. You add a great touch to the chat, and friends with everyone, and you're very friendly and nice to everyone in the chat. And so, thank you so much for another $50 super chat. Randy has been known to spoil me, and he's doing it again today. And we have Devin Sullivan with us. Cheers to you, Devin. How's things over in Michigan? Are you guys getting that hot and humid weather that we have in the Great Lakes region? You can't get away from it, I don't think. Here in this Great Lakes region, we are known for heat, humidity, and a lot of thunderstorms in the summer. Yeah, everyone thank Randy for his generosity. Dirtweed says he went for grade 14 to play. Yeah, we had a few grade 14ers in our high school. We had a few grade 14ers that added another year because they couldn't quite finish all the OAC in 13. hot and humid right now. Yep. Yep, that's a thing with Michigan and Ontario. It gets super hot and humid, but then in the winter it gets super cold with tons of snow. And so it's kind of extreme, the weather around here. Now, when you go out west, you don't see that. In Vancouver it rains and it does get hot, but the heat is fairly dry and it's not too humid over there, and it doesn't really get all the way to like 30 Celsius. It usually stays under that. Yes, Sandy's laughing at. We had some grade 14ers. I had to help some grade 14s with their homework. I was only in grade 11, and I'm in in the same class as these 14ers, and I'm helping them. I'm doing their homework for them, and because they weren't exactly they weren't the best students in the world. Like Hunter says, Toronto, Vancouver, San Fran, LA, and the final is at MetLife Stadium, which would be in New Jersey, I believe. Do I still talk to Rachel McAdams? No, unfortunately I don't. I haven't talked to her in years. I think the last time I talked to her was when The Notebook came out. Ash Ventura's Adventures. Hey, I'm also in Canada, says Ash. Well, welcome, Ash. Whereabouts in Canada are you located? Oh, it's 21, Devin? 21's good. 21 is doable. And Vivian Johnson, lunch. So thank you so much, Vivian. You don't have to match Randy. Everyone, I am very, very thankful for anybody's support, and especially yours, Vivian. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. I gave you the mod wrench there. She is the CEO of Johnny's channel and kind of the whole walktubing community. Vivian has all of our respect, and she's an amazing supporter of many different live streams. And so thank you so much, Vivian. I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope it's not too hot where you are. I believe you're up in Belleville, Ontario. And so I hope you're having a great day there. Thank you so much, Vivian and Randy and all of those who have given support, and anyone who's watching. We got 48 viewers watching me talk here on my balcony, not porch, as Vasily said. I'll show you guys what our street looks like. The rain's calmed down a little bit, but in the summer the rain goes on and off, and so it'll start getting a little. It'll dry, and then it'll start raining again, probably like an hour later. And we have Ayala with us, recent West Coaster here, originally from the Maritimes. I miss the snow. Oh, do you miss the snow? See, I don't miss the snow. I've had enough snow in my life. And so I could do without snow, because you got to clean off your car in the morning. And it could be like 6 in the morning, you got to go clean off your car. That's not fun. It's really cold out. And okay, then you got to drive in the snow and the ice with a whole bunch of cars, and you're basically risking your life, okay? If you live in a big city with all those cars on the road and all that snow and ice, it's just dangerous. And then if you make it to work in one piece, you got to work for 8 hours a day, and then you got to drive back in the snow and ice. Not my thing, okay? And then it gets dark at 5, okay? And it's freezing cold. You can't do anything at night. It's too cold, too dark, too snowy. No. I don't like the winter. I don't want to be in that kind of environment anymore, man. Dutch says, all your mods are amazing. All my mods are the best. I have the best mods. Vivian has her AC. Oh, you gotta have AC, right, Vivian? Without AC in the summer, it's hell around here. But it's so much prettier than all the rain. We only use public transit, so I was able to enjoy the snow. Well, if you are used to it and you can use public transit instead of driving, that is much better for sure in the snow, because driving is just the power out and you're told you got to drive home to remote the rest of the day. Yeah, and then who wants to be in a power outage in the winter when it's freezing cold out? All right, that's the last thing you need, man. Let's call it the porkini. Oh, that sounds dirty there, Oleg. I'm just kidding. When you say recent West Coaster, Ayala, are you referring to Vancouver? Flick Hunter says he remembers friends. Sorry, let me scroll back. He remembers friends failing grade 3. They were tortured by their peers, and the teachers did things that would be fire. Yeah, back in the day, they used to be able to actually give the strap to kids. I know it sounds a little crazy, but they used to give the strap to kids. Now, not in my generation. I think they got rid of it by the time I went to school. I don't really know any kids that received the strap, but people that were older than me, they got the strap if they were bad. You're just outside Vancouver, moved there 2 years ago. Yeah, that's where I'm tentatively located now, is in Vancouver. I rented a place there for at least the summer, and we're going to see, how my future plans go. I mean, Vancouver's not a bad place to live. The people are a little subdued there, a little quieter than Ontario, maybe a little less friendly than Ontario, but it's fine. I mean, it's a nice. The weather's nice. The city's nice. There's a lot of things to do in Vancouver. Beautiful nature. You can go to Vancouver Island. You can go up to Whistler. There's a lot of things to explore in British Columbia. So, hey, I mean, my thing is, like, I was really loving living in San Francisco. So anywhere I moved, I was going to be a little bit not too happy, but you just got to go with it and make the best of it, right? Vivian said she got it for being late. 5 slaps on each hand with the half-inch razor strap. That doesn't sound fun at all, Vivian. The teachers were real tough back in those days, eh? I bet you didn't talk out in class much if that was the punishment. Your band leader had an old trumpet he would throw at kids. And you were in grade 4. I mean, imagine being in grade 4 and, like, you're late for school. It's not your fault. And they're, like, slapping you on the hands for it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, man. They were tough. But I'll tell you, the kids, they didn't act out as much, probably, as they do today. So I'm not saying beating people is a good thing, but it certainly helps with discipline. Ideally, children will not need to be physically, disciplined, but and certainly they're not going to do that anymore. But I don't know. Maybe the kids are a little more rowdy than they were because of that. They didn't act out right until they. I know, yeah. If that's the punishment you're going to get, and my dad's got that too. He went to Catholic boarding school, and those nuns were tough. Those nuns were tough. If you acted out, they weren't gonna coddle you. That's for sure. Yeah, maybe I'll try and make it to Toronto for one day here before the end of the month. I'm not sure when, but I would like to see all my friends. Yeah, Ayala, rain is also not much fun living in, like if it's always raining, because it's kind of like snow. You can't really do much in the rain either. I would have loved to walk around today and give you guys a walk of St. Thomas, but I'm not getting soaking wet. That doesn't sound like fun. I don't want to get my gimbal all soaking wet and my phone all soaking wet either. You talked your way out of getting the strap for fighting in grade 3. Oh, that's good. You were able to convince them that, no, you don't need the strap. You're going to be good from now on. Oh, when you went to school, the kids had to stand in the corner with a dunce cap on. Is that a real thing? I saw that in TV and movies. I didn't think it was a real thing. Or if caught chewing gum, had to stand in the corner with the gum on your nose. That is not fun. That is very, very embarrassing. So they use the, let's humiliate the child in order to discipline them. I guess That works, I guess, but also pretty harsh if you ask me. You remember that sort of stuff, eh, Vivian? So yeah, even in Canada, they were rough. It's not just in other countries. The teachers were pretty tough. Poor John Duns Scotus had the saddest thing named after him. What would that be, Devin? Your grade five teacher had a small toy football that he'd throw at anyone. Was that right? Things didn't get worse or better in time. They just got different. Now that's a good way of putting it. Hey, Chris Mills, how you doing? Oh, the dunce cap is named after him. Oh, interesting. So that was a real thing, eh, Randy? You also experienced that, or you saw kids getting the dunce cap stuff. I didn't think that was really. I thought that was more on television. I didn't know that they actually did that kind of stuff to students. Nowadays, the parents wouldn't like that. They don't want the teachers doing that to their kids. But in the olden days, I think the parents were totally fine with it. They're like, yeah, go ahead, discipline them. It was named after John Duns Scotus. Interesting. There's a horror movie called Nuns. I could see it. Oh, is that right, Vivian? Yeah, so your dad was like, hey, you got the strap. Too bad. Teachers gave it to you for a reason. Sat on a stool and everyone's looking at you. That would be very embarrassing for sure. And like, kids they are not very forgiving. Kids will make fun of you. They'll go at you. They'll humiliate you. Kids don't care about your feelings, okay? Kids do not care about other kids' feelings. They'll hurt your feelings. They don't give a crap. Kids are rough. Oh, they put your desk in the hallway. Okay, well, so the whole school could see you out there. Hey, Cynthia Sunflowers, welcome. How you been? Yeah, it probably did work, Randy. Like, it probably did work. Richard asking, when is more Frisco action? Oh, I don't know when I'll be returning to San Francisco. I'd like to, I might go for a visit. We'll see, and catch up with all my friends and stuff later on this year, maybe. It's another place you can fly to with Flair Airlines for very cheap. And if you think $77 is $16 Canadian. That doesn't include baggage, but still. And we have Bende with us. Hello, Bende. Hi, good morning for you. Hello, nice to see you. Oh, yes, you're talking about the movie Office Space, right, Devin? Very funny movie, one of the funniest movies of all time. That might be one of my favorite comedies, Office Space. Such a unique take on, like, working in an office and working in the tech industry. And I think Mike Judge did that one, right? Same guy who did Silicon Valley, which was one of my favorite shows, sitcoms on HBO. Hilarious show, and all the different characters that they have on there were just super funny. Yeah, it sounds like Vivian was very naughty, says Dutchman. Yeah, Office Space. Yes, I haven't seen that in a long time, but we used to watch that. I watched that movie at least 5, 6 times. It's hilarious. How they keep promoting the guy even though he's like super lazy. Do you guys have any exciting plans for this summer? No, Vivian wasn't naughty. She only acted out once. Everyone's allowed to act out at least once. But you never got caught passing notes. Passing notes was a thing too in high school, right? And they did not like you guys passing notes. Now people are probably passing text messages to each other on their phone. Hey, Carpal Brodus, welcome. Nice to see you, Carpal Brodus. And Plush Mickey gives a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Plush Mickey. So glad to finally see you on a live, Robert. All is good with me. Oh, so thank you so much, Elizabeth. Great to have you with us. And it's so good to see you in the chat as well. One of my long-time supporters ever since I started my channel. Elizabeth has been with us since the beginning, and she has been super great, super supportive all along. And so thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Looks like you guys are being very generous with me today, which I absolutely appreciate. Cynthia says, no real exciting summer plans other than relaxing. You already took your 4-day beach trip. Cool. And you're excited for your daughter to start working. Yeah, that's awesome. Your daughter is in college, right? Or just graduated, maybe? Carpo Brodus, I've seen, is a big fan of Roy Explores, our friend from San Francisco, the original San Francisco live streamer. Well, maybe not the original. There might have been people that did it before him, but he's really the big one now in terms of the live streaming in San Francisco. There's not too many of us that do it. And so Roy is like kind of he's basically the biggest live streamer in San Francisco. There may be some other smaller ones, but there's not too many at all. Devin says, we weren't allowed to bring our backpacks or coats with us, let alone bring a phone. Yeah, imagine being on your phone all day in school. Like, the teachers must be just flipping out over that. Slick Hunter had a German teacher, Frau Schalke. She liked to slam desks closed on fingers when she caught someone passing notes. Oh, yes, because we had the desks that would open. You'd have the desk that opens. You put all your notebooks and your pens and pencils in there, and then you can close it. And yes, you can easily slam that on your finger. I'm sure it happened many times by accident, maybe even on purpose. One more year of college. Oh, great. New anchors, the first real live streamers. You'll be heading back to SoCal, Huntington Beach for a month to escape the desert heat. It's hot. It gets hot in SoCal too, though, if I remember. But nothing like Phoenix, right? Yeah, it's raining here. Today's a rainy day here, and the bustling metropolis of St. Thomas, Ontario, where I grew up. It's a small town here, 2 hours outside of Toronto. And I was going to do a walking stream, but it started raining just as I was, getting my stuff together. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to sit out here on the balcony, set up my gimbal, and we'll just do a home stream. I noticed that T-Shots did a backyard stream from her house the other day, so it's a thing now. Randy says, we all want to see you in Toronto. Well, thank you so much, Randy. I appreciate you. And I will, I'll try and make it to Toronto on this trip. If not for maybe just like a few hours, like a day trip. And then catch up with everyone and maybe do a quick live stream while I'm there. And Flick Hunter with a $10 super chat. Great Thursday afternoon chat. Robert, enjoying it. Thank you so much, Flick. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for all the generosity you guys have been giving me today. Cheers to you, sir. And yeah, it's fun sometimes just sitting around chatting with y'all, catching up. I haven't gone live since I was in Vancouver there the other day, so I like to catch up with you guys at least, at least once a week to say hi to everyone and do some sort of live stream, whether it's my home live streams that I did in San Francisco or a walking stream or here just sitting out on the porch. Along the beach in SoCal, the temperature is only 78. Well, that's not bad. That's perfect weather. It's going to be a beautiful day in Hawaii, says Elizabeth. I would imagine you guys have very nice weather there. Carol says they allow calculators, but back in the day you had to use milk caps, which I'm not even sure what a milk cap is. Oh, milk bottle caps. Oh, yes. Milk used to come in glass bottles, right? I don't remember milk coming in glass bottles, but I do remember pop or soda coming in glass bottles. And even in Canada, we had something called Pop Master soda, and you know it would come in glass bottles. Do I have a console? When you say console, do you mean like a video game console? If that's the question, no, I do not have a video game console. Back in the day, I used to play video games, but I haven't had one of those in many years. Carpo Broda says, lots of rain in Western Australia. Oh, are you in Western Australia? So is that like Perth? Perth? I know Western Australia is a very big... is it a state or a province, they call it in Western Australia? Or is it... Is that what is? I can't remember the term they use for their different regions in Australia. Do they call them states or provinces or something else? Perth City, yeah. And Carol says, yeah, that's the way you got the caps. Yeah, the milk bottles delivered by the milkman. Now in Ontario we had milk bags. I don't know if they still have that, but you would buy like a plastic pitcher, and then you'd get these bags of milk. They're like these, like, I don't know, probably like this, and like you would snip off the corner, and you from the bag. I don't know why we did it that way. Oh, do they call them regions in Australia? I'm not sure, but I know Western Australia is one of the big ones, and it has Perth over there. I don't know what other cities, but much of the interior of Australia, I believe, is pretty much, not too many folks live there. It's somewhat uninhabited, right? Because it's like all outback desert kind of environment. The milkman delivered using a horse and cart with blocks of ice and straw. Carol, you're not that old, okay? You're not old. You did not live in the days of horse and cart buggy, okay? I know that for a fact. They definitely had cars and trucks when you were born, Carol. There's no way you're from the 1800s, all right? Oh, they call them states in Australia. Gotcha. So, how many states do they have in Australia? I believe there's Queensland, Western Australia, maybe the Northern Territories or something like that. I think Carol is trying to exaggerate about how old she is. There's no way she lived in the time of horses. Well, you'll be 77. Okay, Carol, it's 77 years ago. That was the 50s then when you were born. They did not have that. Oh, did Medano send some memberships? I'm not seeing that here, but I'm seeing great support from Medano. Unfortunately, it doesn't show up on my phone, and I don't have a second phone. But I'm assuming there is some memberships that were sent out by Medano, my friend. I don't know why it doesn't show on the phone. It's so dumb. let me know how many memberships Medano sent. Thank you so much, Medano. Appreciate you. No, but Carol, they had cars in the 40s and 50s. Dutchman was in Lake Tahoe. Gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Medano, for the 5 memberships. And I'm not sure who got them, but let me know who got them if there's anyone that we recognize in the chat. Thank you so much, everyone, for your wonderful support today. Medano, Randy, Vivian, Plush Mickey, and Flick Hunter. And anyone else who has donated to me today. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your support. I might have to make a trip to Toronto now and see some of my friend folks. Chatty Cathy, JTRH, Once Upon a City, Lauren Order. Oh, okay, cool. So we know a lot of those folks that got memberships. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Medano. I will be doing a members-only live stream and video. I'll try and do that by the end of the month as well. I know I've been behind on that. You guys know my life has been kind of crazy. When you're trying to get other stuff together, it's hard to keep track of, the West Coast Walker channel. But I think, but I appreciate all of your support. I know you guys want me to continue doing my live streams and doing members-only videos and doing members-only live streams. So I'm going to, I've got to do that to make up for what was missed. Appreciate all your support, my friends. Israel is with us. Hola, amigo. Nice to see you. And Randy Ruck sent 5 gift memberships. And 2 months. Oh, well, thank you so much. A member for 2 months. And also 5 gift memberships. Again, Randy, I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for your support today. So now we've got a good number of members, so I'm going to have to do a members-only video and live stream. Is there any place you'd like me to do a members-only video? Do you want to see St. Thomas, or do you want to see London, Ontario, or Port Stanley, or somewhere else in the southwestern Ontario area? Great support, Randy. You're really spoiling me today, guys. I just wanted to, do a quick hello here on my porch, and now you guys are spoiling me with all kinds of super chats and memberships. And it looks like Marg got one. Marg D, welcome to membership. Bende S, are there any interesting movies I'd like? There's some movies from last year. There's one, Honora, that I haven't seen. I think it won like a Best Picture something one. And there was another one. There was 2 that I wanted to see that I haven't got around to seeing, but I want to see them soon. Honora and something else. And I think they both were highly acclaimed, like by the critics and by the viewers as well. Flick would like to see Port Stanley. Haven't been there in a while. So you've been to Port Stanley before, eh, Flick? Port Stanley has been growing with a lot of people from the Toronto area and Brampton and all, is moving down Brampton or Mississauga or whatever. And you can sell it for millions nowadays. And then you can move down here to Port Stanley and buy a house for like, I don't know, $400,000 and live right on the beach. And you can like basically retire here and you have all this extra cash too. And so a lot of people have been doing that. Oh, you saw Honora, and it won Best Picture. That's right. That's the one movie that's been on my list for a while. Oh, and Conclave. Yes, Conclave. That's another one on my list. That's about the Pope, where they elect the Pope, right? And that's based on a true story of one of the conclaves. Was it Pope John Paul I or II conclave? Chris Mills also got a membership. Welcome, Chris. And did Aloha Danica get one too? So it looks like a lot of our friends here in the chat are now new members. So maybe I'll walk around, I'll make my way over to Port Stanley this week and do like a walking video over there and show you guys what it looks like. It's a very nice little beach town. And we used to hang out there a lot as a kid, and even as an adult. I've got friends that live in Port Stanley. Conclave, yeah, I want to see Conclave too. So those are a couple of the movies on my list. Carol telling us some very interesting stories when she was younger, where they still had horses and buggies and stuff like that. Interesting. I didn't know that they had that all the way up until like the 40s and 50s. Very green chat. Yes, a lot of people are new members. Thank you so much for donating those memberships. Conclave is fictional. Oh, okay. Conclave is fictional. For some reason, I thought it was a true story of one of the conclaves when they were electing one of the John Paul popes, one or two. But I guess it's fictional. Okay, but I think it'll still be cool. Israel says they've got a hurricane now. Oh, in Mexico? In Mexico City they have a hurricane? Well, stay safe, my friend. Hunker down. And try not to go outside. Hurricane Eric. Oh, they call it Hurricane Eric, named after Eric Mendoza in the chat. Devin says Mackinac Island has no cars. Bike, walk, or horses. Oh, did they ban cars on Mackinac Island? And Yoshi is with us. Welcome. I'll join for a bit and head off to work in an hour. Welcome, Yoshi. Nice to see you, my friend. Yeah, you're going to head off to work over there at Canadian Tire, I believe you work at, right? And Yoshi, you not sure about Monday because it's the weather's crazy hot. When it's too hot, it's hard to walk around for 2 hours. You know, it's hard to walk around for 2 or 3 hours, man. When it's so hot and humid, you know, it's worse than being cold. I'd rather it be cold because then at least you can just wear warm clothes and walk around. When it's too hot, it doesn't matter even if you're naked. You're still going to be too hot. Oh, it's hitting Acapulco. Okay, well, I'm not sure exactly how far Acapulco is from Mexico City, but stay safe anyways there, amigo. Benday's going to sleep. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and we'll try to join your live stream. Thank you so much for joining, Benday. It's nice to see you, and we'll see you on the next one. Yeah, I don't like it when it's too hot. I think everyone likes just perfect weather, you know, say 22 degrees Celsius, 72 degrees Fahrenheit, category 1. And we have Maddie with us. Hello, Maddie. Nice to see you, Maddie. Four-hour flight, says Richard, to Acapulco. A lot of people go to Acapulco for vacation. That's like Cancun and Acapulco are the big spots in Mexico that are very like touristy, basically resort cities. But me personally, if I was going to go to Mexico, I'd rather see more historical places. Mexico City, Guadalajara, Tulum, Chichen Itza, those kind of places where they have like the Mayan ruins and pyramids and stuff like that. Just going and hanging out on the beach, yeah, I don't know. It would be fun if you're going like with a whole bunch of friends or something and you're going for a party weekend, but if you want to see Mexico and eat real Mexican food, authentic Mexican food, I feel like you got to go to other places. Because those resorts, they got great food, but it's not going to be like authentic Mexican food, you know, mostly. I mean, I'm sure you can get that too, but... California weather, 75, sunny, no humidity. That's some good weather. 75, you can walk around in 75, as long as it's not humid. You'll trade 10C for 30C. Yeah, I agree, Devin, because if it's 10 degrees out You can wear a nice warm jacket, wear some layers, and walk around. With 30, don't matter, man. You can get naked and you're still going to be hot. And I'm not a shorts guy. I'm not going to really walk around in shorts too much because here's the thing with shorts. Well, first of all, if you wear running shoes with shorts, you got to wear ankle socks, okay? Which is okay. You can wear ankle socks. But I don't know. I feel like shorts are just not my thing. You can wear sandals, but who wants to walk around for 2 hours in sandals? You didn't stay till the end of the Jays game, Yoshi, but they won 5-4. It's a good luck charm for all the first appearance home games for me. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to stay for the whole game if you have stuff to do. You had to leave in the 7th inning, so that's a good idea, Yoshi, because at the end of the game, when everyone's leaving, it takes forever to get out of the stadium, right? Like, especially if you're driving or even if you're taking public transportation. It's crazy. So I often tried to leave early too when I would go to sporting events, which I haven't been to too many recently. Not a big fan of all those crowds, and I don't really watch much sports. But something like the World Cup, I would go to just because it's very interesting to watch the World Cup. Shorts don't help you keep cool. No, not really. Israel says that Guadalajara and Tulum are beautiful. Yes, somewhat I've seen. My friend lived in Guadalajara for a few years. Shorts every day for me, winter and summer. Well, you're in Australia, right, Carbo Brodus? And we got our buddy K-Man in the chat. Hello, K-Man, a live streamer from Germany. Welcome, sir. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well, K-Man. Welcome to the live stream from my hometown here in Ontario, St. Thomas, Ontario, here in Canada. It's a cute little place to grow up. It's a little bit rainy today, so we're just hanging out here on the porch or balcony and just doing a little bit of a chat with y'all just to say hello. But I will try and do like a walk around just to show you guys what my town looks like. Maddie says he lives in Ontario. Oh, okay, cool. What town in Ontario? You'd recommend a weekday afternoon Jays game? Yeah, weekday game. That would be good. Yeah, much less traffic probably. Yeah, because I remember trying to get out of the stadium, man, and it's just a lot of people leaving at the same time. The world needs a more equitable temperature and rain distribution. Yes, it does. It would be nice if everywhere was just perfect weather. We haven't got to the point where we control the weather yet, though, unfortunately. So it's going to require some serious technology before we can get to that point. But you'd be surprised. Like, we do have the ability to make it rain more if it's going to rain using cloud seeding. A lot of people don't know that, but in California they do cloud seeding. And when there's like a rain front coming on and they want to increase the rain, they can do cloud seeding, and it can increase the rain up to 15-20% by putting silver oxide, I believe it's in the clouds. You spray it up in the clouds using planes, and it increases the amount of rain. And it's a real phenomenon. They do that in California because we don't get that much rain in California. Now, they can't really create rain out of nothing, like if there's no clouds. But if there are rain clouds, you can make it rain more. Yeah, using silver ions, exactly. And this is an old technology. This has been going on for a long time. Even the Soviets did this back in the 30s and stuff. Michael, what's up, K-Man? Hope you're doing well in Germany. And we've got a 10 Euro super chat from K-Man, a bit of support for a fund of your choice. Thank you so much, K-Man. Appreciate it. You guys have been awesome today. Thank you so much for all of the support, K-Man, and everyone else who has been donating. I hope you're doing well in Germany. I've been watching some of your live streams. I know you were in different cities. You were in Dusseldorf, and then you went to another city for a while, or you went to Dusseldorf for a while. But it's great watching the live streams from Germany. Such a beautiful country. Thank you, K-Man. I appreciate you. You are awesome yourself. You have a great channel, and you've been going for a while now. I know you have a have been doing live streams for a while. They're one of the original German live streamers. And your buddy Dirk is a mod for you. Let's add a couple more mods to our list here. And hopefully you guys are going to enjoy the summer there in Germany. I know they also have nice weather there. Gets pretty hot too. Probably humid as well. Let me know if you have any plans to visit. Get around Europe. You know, they have, the countries are not too far apart like here we have in North America, or the cities I mean. Oh yes, absolutely. Dirk and K-Man, great supporters of my channel. I added you both as mods, and you guys are excellent mods. You guys know what you're doing when it comes to modding. I like to just have folks that like to do modding and are good supporters of my channel as well. Yes, absolutely, Dirk. It was great speaking to you there a few months ago. Me and Dirk have had a phone call on Discord before. Corporal Brodus taking off. Later, mate. Nice to see you. Hopefully you enjoy the time there in Perth. And we'll see you on the next one. And maybe we'll see you on Roy's live streams as well. I know you're a big fan of Roy Explores. The temperature swings are quite annoying. It can be, right? You just got to deal with it with extreme weather out there. It's what happens. One thing about when I was living in San Francisco and even Vancouver, it's not too extreme, so you don't get the huge temperature swings throughout the year, which I liked, and I still like. Although weather isn't the only reason to live somewhere, you need other reasons to live somewhere, but weather's kind of like the icing on the cake if it's good weather. A lot of people live in Toronto, obviously, and the weather is not great. It's very extreme, but they still have like 6 million people living there, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so I don't think people are afraid to move to Toronto just because it has pretty harsh weather. All right, Dutchman, take care. Have a great week yourself, and yeah, you're very welcome. We'll see you soon. Thank you for your support, my friend, and we'll see you on the next one. We'll probably wrap up here in the next few minutes, once we get to around an hour and a half. Yeah, that's right, Chris. If you have a good job, no matter what city you're in, you're going to go there. I would live in a lot of different cities. I wouldn't base it necessarily on the weather. I'd base it more on the opportunities that are available in the city, the culture of the city, things to do in the city. And a lot of these cities with bad weather still got a lot of stuff to do. Toronto, I said stuff. The weather doesn't seem to stop them from doing anything. And so they've gotten used to it, and they're tough there. Same with Boston. I lived in Boston for many, many years, about 12 years, and the weather is bad there for most of the year, especially the winter. The summer is not so bad. It's humid, but it is similar to Toronto, but when you have a lot of opportunities in a city like that, it's worth it. These days, it's important to consider healthcare because it's so hard to get a doctor. Yeah, there is a bit of a doctor shortage and a healthcare shortage, right? Yeah, Oleg, right here we've got We've got the park across the street, Pinafore Park it's called. It's got a wooded area, and then if you go through the woods, you get to more of a larger park area where they've got bandstands and they've got kids playland, like playground areas and swimming pools. They've got a small swimming pool over there, and a lot of like pavilions to have picnics and stuff like that. When I do a walking stream around St. Thomas, I'll go through the park and show you guys what the park looks like. It's a cute little park, and a lot of people, everyone in this city is. It's kind of like, the sort of the main park in the city. There are a couple more as well. And Mark D, $10 super chat. Always enjoy your lives and your upbeat attitude. Thank you so much, Mark. And we love having you in the chat, and we love having you we've seen you on so many different channels in real life. You've been on many of Once Upon a City, many of Sally's live streams and videos. You and her are good buddies, it looks, we can tell. And also you have sniped pretty much all the streamers, right? You've met everyone. You've met Henry and Liam and Eddie and Johnny and Ken. You met everyone, so we love seeing you on camera, Marg. You are a very, very friendly woman, and we have met in real life as well at the Triple T meetup. So thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Great support. And Dirk G with a €10 super chat. Super sticker received. Thank you so much, Dirk. Appreciate you, my friend. Wonderful support from everyone, from K-Man and Dirk and Marg and Madano and Randy today. And Vivian has spoiled me today, and I believe Flick Hunter and I think Dutchman also. Thank you so much, everyone. Am I going to walk today? No, because it's been raining on and off. Right now it's not raining, but I have a feeling like in the next few minutes it's going to start raining again. So we're just going to stick with the porch one, but we will do a walking stream through St. Thomas at some point. And we've got George with us. We miss you on Orange Avenue in SSF. Yes, George. That's where I lived in South San Francisco, its own municipality outside of San Francisco. And I've taken you guys on walks through my neighborhood in South San Francisco as well. But nice to see you, George. Yeah, I definitely miss the Bay Area. But we are where we are in life. Those 4 years that I lived there were great. And I'm so glad I got to experience that place. And you never know, maybe I'll go back one day. Yeah, Marg, you're everywhere, and you met everyone. Yes, and you've always been very generous with in-person super chats, and also just being there with everyone, and also and everyone in the community knows what a great supporter you are of so many different channels. K-Man says he wants to thank everyone in the Great Walking community. You guys are awesome. I second the sentiment, K-Man. I absolutely agree that everyone is super great in our walking community. It's so much fun to have such a large number of people that we know, right? Like, literally, like I'll go in the chat, like with some channels where there's more viewers, I might know 100 people. I might know 100 names, and I've met a lot of you in real life, and a lot of you have met each other in real life. So it's been great, and I can't stress how much it is to have, how important it is to have such a large community of friends. It's just something that's very unique, I believe, here in the YouTube community. Hope this lives help you out. Take care everywhere. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate you so much for your excellent support today. 2 $50 super chats and gifting of memberships as well. So thank you so much. And you're kind of encouraging me to make that trip to Toronto while I'm here. So I'm going to try my best to hike over there, if even just for a few hours, just do a quick day trip and say hello to everyone and do a quick live stream. That would be fun. Oleg says, want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Exactly, Oleg. I've made so many plans before in life, and they just got ripped up 2 seconds later. Something else happened. You know what I mean? And no longer is that plan viable. So you can try and make plans. You can try and do stuff, but in general, you almost have to just go with the flow and see what happens. Certainly, it's good to have goals and try and achieve goals. But if your goals don't work out, I guess sometimes you got to pivot, right? Better than nothing, my man. Thank you so much, Randy. I appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one. And make sure you guys check out K-Man's channel, who does live streams from different cities in Germany. Israel's asking, where's Kurt? Kurt was here earlier. Kurt said hello earlier. Maybe he stepped out to do some stuff. I think I will wrap up the little live stream we've had today here from my my balcony, my porch here in St. Thomas. But yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone for the awesome support today. I appreciate all of you who donated and all of you who didn't donate, just for joining me as well. Appreciate just those who are willing to take out the time of their day and watch one of my live streams. I know there's a million other channels, a million other things you can do in life, and so taking your time out to watch me for an hour and a half is my honor, my pleasure, and so thank you so much. Vivian, it was great to see you. Appreciate you, and thank you so much for the support, as well as Elizabeth. And cheers to you, Medano. Thank you so much, as well as Dirk and K-Man. And Carol, thank you for joining. Oleg, I hope you are staying safe over there in Ukraine. Flick Hunter, we'll see you soon. You're going to make a visit over to the Pacific Northwest. Maybe you'll hit up Vancouver, eh, Flick? Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Steve, City Emerald. Thank you, Chris Mills, for joining. Oh, yes, there's the link to K-Man's channel. Yep, thanks, Dirk. Thank you, Richard, for joining. And it was great to see you, everyone. Thank you so much, Marg. We'll see you soon. And if I do come to Toronto, I'll let you guys know, and maybe I'll be able to meet up with some of you, or you guys can snipe me or whatever, or we'll, maybe I'll collab with somebody. I'll have to figure that out. But yes, I'll let you guys know. And thanks, and welcome to all the new members who got memberships today. Thanks, Dirtweed. Thanks, Scotty. Thank you, Jazz and Juanita, for joining. And thanks to all the mods for all the great work you do. And thanks for all the support. Please remember to like and subscribe, hit those notifications, and we'll see you